Good afternoon, viewers. Welcome to this important teleconference that is on resources for promoting inclusion for persons with disability. जैसा आप सभी जानते हैं कि persons with disability, or you can say the disability is a major human diversity. Like other human diversity, disability is also a human diversity. To empower that human diversity, because as per RPWD Act, they are having the same right. Nobody can discriminate, and all rights can be enjoyed by them as well. So, it is the duty of the society as well as each and every member of the society to provide them equal opportunity, non-discrimination environment, and effective participation so that they can also feel themselves included. So, inclusion is the ultimate aim of re-empowerment of persons with disability. And this inclusion is cannot be, you can say, it cannot be considered in isolation. Inclusion is a long process, and it starts from the very beginning of childhood. So, that's why today I will discuss about the various resources available for inclusion of persons with disability, or we can say that the resources through which we can promote the inclusion of persons with disability or promote their empowerment for the care, for the ultimate ultimate you can say inclusion in the society. So, for this inclusion, there are so many resources available within us, around us. Now we have to need to know about that. इसलिए मैंने इन बातों की जिक्र करने के लिए आपके साथ, और इसकी जानकारी भी आपको होनी चाहिए, क्योंकि भारत सरकार ने और हम कई स्टेट गवर्नमेंट्स ने, करीब सारे स्टेट गवर्नमेंट्स ने भी कई स्कीम्स पर्सन्स विद डिसेबिलिटी के लिए लॉन्च किए हैं और काफ़ी समय से वो चल रहे हैं स्कीम। अब है कि उस स्कीम का किस तरह से लाभ उठाना है, ये भी जानना बहुत ज़रूरी है, और कौन कौन से स्कीम है जो इम्पॉर्टेंट हैं। तो आज के इस सेशन में मैं जो चर्चा करूँगा वो केंद्र सरकार के द्वारा संचालित कुछ स्कीम के बारे में, कुछ योजनाओं के बारे में हम आपसे चर्चा करेंगे, जो कि बहुत ही इम्पॉर्टेंट रोल प्ले करते हैं इंक्लूजन ऑफ पर्सन्स विद डिसेबिलिटी के लिए। यानी कि पर्सन्स विद डिसेबिलिटी को सोसाइटी में एक प्रॉपर प्लेस देना, और ऐसा प्लेस देना जिससे वो अपने आप को फील करें कि वो दे आर द पार्ट ऑफ द सोसाइटी एंड they are having the equal participation and equal opportunity to perform or to show their capacity, to show their strength, to show their ability, not disability. So, basically we will talk about three major scheme of Government of India who supports the inclusion or who promotes the inclusion of persons with disability. And these are almost a major scheme which can be even implemented by the several state government and various agencies in and around the central government and state government, and the agencies who are working for the care and cause of persons with disability. So, number one scheme, or you can not, number one means no, first scheme is in my order. It is first scheme is the scheme of assistive devices, providing assistive devices to persons with disability, or you can say in short this is called ADIP scheme, aids and assistive devices for persons with disability. The name of the scheme is Assistance to Persons with Disability for Purchase Fitting of Aids and Appliances. Now you can say that how aids and appliances is important for inclusion. Since inclusion always talk about that person with disability should be supported as per their requirement, so that they can also perform equally with others, or they can compete with equally with others. So these aids and appliances provide them some sort of opportunity through which they can compensate the disability, not remove, rather they can compensate the disability, and they can also perform with the help of these aids and appliances with the whatever the conditions is available with them. So these aids and appliances are the, you can say, the backbone for the persons with disability. And there are so many types of aids and appliances, which is important. So the ultimate objective of this scheme, ADIP scheme, you can say that scheme objective is to provide durable, modern and scientifically manufactured aids and assistive devices to persons with disability for promoting their physical, social and psychological rehabilitation. As you might be knowing that rehabilitation is a long process and continuous process for mainstreaming of persons with disability in the society. So during the process of mainstreaming, these are the things, aids and appliances plays a very vital role. So that these aids and appliances are manufactured by a mini Ratna company that is called Alimco. Alimco is a company of Government of India and managed by Department of Empowerment of Persons with Disability, Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. To meet the objective, these objectives, provide durable, modern and scientific manufactured aids and assistive devices to persons with disability for promoting their physical, social and psychological rehabilitation. To meet this objective, they produce a number of required assistive devices, and these assistive devices are scientifically proven to be thorough, appropriate for the persons with disability. And these assistive devices are provided to them, means to persons with disability, free of cost based on the income criteria. So everybody should know that what should be the income criteria, so that they can get these assistive devices as per their requirement, as per the assessment, free of cost. So first of all, first requirement is Aadhaar card, as required by everywhere. So and then disability certificate or UDID card, and then income certificate, and that ceiling limit of income certificate is rupees 30,000 from all sources per month. If the person is having rupees 30,000 income from all sources, they can be considered for providing free of cost assistive devices to any persons with disability. So only these three major background, or you can say eligibility certificate is required. or eligibility document is required for getting these assistive devices free of cost. So they get even expensive assistive devices also, like for persons with severe locomotor disability, cerebral palsy, they get this motorized wheelchair, they get this motorized tricycle free of cost, which cost a lot. So, but there are some restrictions of the severity of disability. If the disability is above 80%, they will get free of cost. If less than 80%, some meager amount is payable to the distributing agency. And the method of distribution, method of providing these assistive devices are so many methods through which this ADP scheme is being implemented by National Institute, through CRC, through DDRC. But one approach is very common and that is very accessible to all persons with disability, that is camp approach. So, they organize camp on a different location. Even at headquarters they also provide. The EMPC headquarters is at Kanpur, and there are so many regional branches. So, anybody can register for that camp, and after getting assessment by the EMPC itself or under ADP scheme itself, they can get assistive devices. So, assistive devices, through assistive devices, person can compete, person can perform better, because what are the requirement? Because that condition, the disability is a condition, and to just compensate that condition, these assistive devices or aids and appliances work in that direction, and the person become able to perform like other person. So, this is a major resources, you can say, which fulfill the accessibility norms of inclusion, because accessibility is a major criteria for inclusion. Wherever, whether it is building accessibility, whether it is accessibility of any environment, whether it is ICT accessibility, and for those accessibility, the person should be equipped for that. So, these are the things which supports the person with disability, so that they can show their capability, they can show their ability, and they can show their strength to mainstream themselves in the society and to empower themselves. So, this is a major source of empowerment, these assistive devices, and for this empowerment, this EMPC is playing a very important role. So, this is one of the basic resources for inclusion. The other thing which is required for inclusion, which is also very important, that is just creating a positive mindset within the society or within the community or even within the family. All persons should be very positive mindset towards persons with disability. For creating or developing a positive mindset, the ultimate requirement is that orientation or sensitization of general mass, and orientation particularly of those who are the stakeholders and who are working for the government, for non-government. So, these are the stakeholders who can get in-service orientation also, and for general sensitization is very important. So, for doing sensitization or for conducting orientation program, some financial resources is also required. To meet the expenses of those orientation program as well as the sensitization program, Government of India has also developed a scheme. That scheme is called Awareness Generation and Publicity Scheme. And the other part of this scheme is in-service training of key functionaries of a state, central government, local bodies and other service providers. So, this scheme is two parts. One is for awareness generation and the other is for in-service training. And through this scheme, the objective is to create an enabling environment for social, economic and educational empowerment. So, at least one should have belief that the persons with disability can do this thing, can perform this thing, provided they are providing a proper opportunity, they are providing proper mindset, they are providing proper attitude, proper positive attitudes. So, this is the requirement that every person should have a proper positive attitude towards persons with disability for including them in the society. And there must be some belief within each and every member of the society about their strength, not only weaknesses. Every person has strength and weakness, but we have to see the strength of persons with disability, not the weaknesses. So, if we develop our mindset like this, I think certainly there will be a paradigm shift. So, to create this awareness, this scheme has been implemented by Government of India, and the basic activity which can be done through this scheme, one is already I think it has been launched by Department of Empowerment of Persons with Disability, that is helpline or help desk, where a person with disability can all the information about the schemes, about the resources, about the even grievance redressal, RPWD Act. There are so many provisions of RPWD Act for empowerment of persons with disability. There are so many provisions for non-discrimination. If they requires any sort of support from society with the help of Chief Commissioner or a State Commissioner, they can get the information through this helpline or help desk. Then participation in community radio or TV program. This is also one of the activity which can be done under this awareness generation scheme. Then content development for the orientation, content development for sensitization, publication for developing positive attitude, and for organizing different event which creates a awareness for persons with disability for their positive aspects by self-help group, self-advocacy group. All these are the groups which are already very much functional, but when they require some sort of financial assistance, that financial assistance can be given under this awareness generation and publicity scheme. In the same way, all these stakeholders, like sometimes back, around 20 years back, Rehabilitation Council of India was conducting one PHC program, orientation of medical doctor who are working under PHC. So, that program was very successful. In the same way, a lot of orientation, such sensitization program, orientation program is required to be conducted for orienting all those stakeholders who are somehow or other, who are anywhere involved for the empowerment or for the rehabilitation of persons with disability. And this scheme is also implemented or can be implemented by National Institute, CRC, DRC, or even government agencies, even non-government agencies, voluntary organization, and there are set rules, there are set patterns. So, anybody can go through the guidelines of this scheme, and if required, they can apply in a proper format to the Department of Empowerment of Persons with Disability to get financial assistance for this care, for this cause, means generating awareness about the persons with disability, about the empowerment of persons with disability. Then the third scheme is creation of barrier-free environment. Barrier-free, always you might have heard so many times this barrier-free. And the definition of disability is also because disability definition or concept has been changed to a certain extent. So ultimate this definition is that the intellectual, physical or emotional, whatever it is, if it creates a barrier in the interaction with the environment, that is a disability. So barrier-free environment is must, and within the barrier-free, the first requirement is the physical environment must be barrier-free. Wherever we are residing, we are living, or we are going to study, even school, colleges, wherever we are working, workplace, or any recreation place, or any place which is important for our day-to-day life, which are important for our day-to-day event, that must be barrier-free. To keep those things barrier-free, suppose one is going to school, one person with disability having on wheelchair, there if the person is going to school, and if the school is far away from his home, his or her home, it will be difficult to reach there. So at least transport facility must be there. So that transport is also requires to be barrier-free. In the same way, if he or she is reaching the school, then school building should also be a barrier-free. School campus should also be a barrier-free. So all these are required, but keeping the things barrier-free, because now we have developed so many awareness within ourselves, and this requirement has been generated due to our awareness only. So there are so many buildings which are not conducive to persons with disability, which are not appropriate for persons with disability. So retrofitting is required there to make the barrier free. For getting these building retrofitted, the financial assistance is given by the Government of India, Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, Department of Empowerment of Persons with Disability, under this creation of barrier-free environment scheme. So if any organization or any institution, if they want to get their building barrier-free, they can apply for a particular, like just constructing ramp, constructing accessible toilet, constructing parking space. So if anyone wants to do that, they can apply for that in a proper format, and after due verification, due process, the matter may be redressed with providing financial assistance to that applicant. So I particularly urge you that all of you must go through the guidelines of these scheme, whatever scheme we have discussed today, 3 scheme basically, and you can just go through the guidelines, see the requirement of the scheme, see the eligibility criteria, and if interested, and try to develop interest and apply for the financial assistance under all these scheme and assistive devices under ADP scheme. And I think it will be helps the organization as well as the ultimate helps to the persons with disability, and all these things will support the inclusion of persons with disability for their empowerment, for their mainstreaming in the society, so that they can also become a productive citizen for the country, and productive as well as constructive citizen for the country, and they can feel themselves included in the society. So if you have any question, if you have any doubt, you can just write us, email us. My email ID is ncds@emp ignou.ac.in. We will try our best to reply through email only, and you can always contact us for any clarification, for any doubts, or for any information about the available resources. Thank you very much.